The Durham Pathway project is a key element of Connecting Health Cities for me. One of the things we're beginning to look at in Durham is how we make the links between the academic world of research and evaluation and the needs of the information systems inside the providers and commissioners of health in the Durham and Tees Valley area. There's a fundamental step here, which is how do we actually get the information used more effectively to meet the real needs of the population. Within that, there are 2 or 3 key areas, and one of which is to build a new infrastructure for the universities to link into this data. So as well as solving real problems in unplanned care, planned care and dementia pathways, we are looking to build a new way of working, both culturally and with an information analytical platform. The Durham project is not a pilot, it's a pathfinder. We're recognising here that there's new information available that's never been available before. So what we're beginning to look at here is how we actually work between the academic world and the world of NHS and local authority to actually get information in to do proper research and evaluation. What we're doing inside of that is to make sure that we begin to develop information governance and new platforms to share information. It will work on urgent care, unplanned care, it will work on planned care and healthy new towns, and it will work on a dementia pathway. There are real things that are problems in the NHS to engage people, but it will also crucially build new infrastructure to allow future research and evaluation to be developed in a much more effective and efficient way. One of the key things to recognise in this work that we're undertaking is that actually there's a big cultural element as well as everything else that's going on around us. So we are beginning to work in a different way. We're using new tools on existing problems and actually making real progress in things like A&E attendance and the development of population modelling for healthy new towns in Darlington, as an example. But here we are using new tools to tackle existing problems, which actually produces real benefit and real outcomes in the short term to show people working with the academic world has its benefits and opportunities in terms of moving forward. In terms of moving the project forward, we began early on with some real problems from the health world, in particular A&E. So we demonstrated with new tools and techniques that the universities could offer real tangible benefits and improvements to the way planning and things were done in the A&E units in 2 hospitals. And key to that is we're handing the tools over to the hospital teams to use themselves so they can become more efficient in their planning. But also behind the scenes, there's a real issue here about can we actually develop a platform and an infrastructure that actually makes a way of dealing with research and evaluation now and in the future a viable proposition. And that's a key piece of the work we're looking at. Once we've got that next step designed and developed, that will allow the long-term relationships with the universities as partners of the NHS and local authority system, which is a key benefit from Connecting Health Cities, a legacy that we would leave behind. One of the greatest benefits of this particular piece of work is that we can now begin to tap into expertise and talents inside the university and new ways of analysing data. In particular, we can now look at analysing A&E and the queues and the activity problems that are in there, and it's coming up with new ways of tackling the issues. So this is actually meeting a university need as well to do applied research on real problems in the real world.